has a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Of 16 yards.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At their 49-yard line.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 37. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Deron Payne's one of a good number of young defensive tackles in the game. Made a nice stop there. Now in his 3rd year out of Alabama.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, Bridgewater. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now we see Dwayne Haskins, the Ohio State Buckeye, in his 2nd year in the National Football League, ready to lead this Washington offense.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's brought down at the 39.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Yeah, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Made at the 38-yard.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
From the 38, Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, it's Haskins. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Haskins back to the air. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Cameron Batson, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Panthers take over first and 10. At their own 25.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The 40-yard line.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Second down and 7. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up 3rd and manageable.
And every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a 3rd and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They run the counter. It's Love, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins, the throw taken in by Sims. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
At the 1-yard line.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him, really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
8-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 3rd down, here's Haskins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Cameron Batson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 25-yard.
Carolina getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Matt Ioannidis coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Looking to throw, Haskins. Open man here, Sims complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action with Haskins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 7-yard line.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Here's Haskins out of the gun. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Dylan Cantrell as the first half is winding down. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beat. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up when we said the NFC East, always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
36-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
39-yard line.
From the 39, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Open man is Cantrell. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game, because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bridgewater again. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
To the air again with Bridgewater. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 14. First down. Is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
47 the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47. Go.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt them too much. Right. Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver. Able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They run with the former Buccaneers, Peyton Barber. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
For Washington.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run with McKissick. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A.D. McKissick, the ball carrier. Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up.
They'll go again with McKissick. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On third down, Haskins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First down, Carolina.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on in here. Come get some. Come get some.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
A loss of a yard.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, that talked about big plays, sacks? They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
It's a gain of 6.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first down.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he stopped immediately there.
Antonio
officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. second and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
The tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up third down and 9.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That third down conversion good for 23.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue